crochet for fun and relaxation, not for stress. So, and I just, and this is one of those curses of that Simply Soft caron is, right, it splits, and now I'm like stuck to it. So, I'm gonna finish my video and then unstuck myself. Hi guys. You're probably wondering what I have laid out here in front of you, right? Well, today I'm just going to chat for a few minutes about some of the WIPs that I'm working on, and this is one of them here. I'm like all of you guys out there. I have a couple of things always going in the background because I have those quiet times during the day where I just want to crochet and I don't want to think and I don't want to follow a pattern. I just want to unwind. And that's what this here was. This is a blanket that I've been working on. I'll hold it up here. Look how pretty this is, right? And this is using the Premier Puzzle, whatever this blue shade is named, and it is two-stranded with the mandala here. So I had used one skein of the Premier Puzzle and one of the skeins here of the mandala, and this is what I have left from the mandala. So I got it completely done, but I did not get an edging done on it yet. So what I want to do is use the remainder of this, and I started working a sample piece from this one here. And so I am just going to combine these two and put an edging on this blanket here, and then this baby's complete. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm just a sucker for that Premier Puzzle. If you've watched my videos, you know how much I love it. Hi guys. I'm just sitting here enjoying a cup of Earl Grey, my favorite Marmite cup, at the computer. I'm supposed to be working right now, and not to my fault, but we're having a problem with our computer system here. More specifically, our phones aren't working. And so without the phones working, I can't do my job either. And so I have to kind of sit here and pay attention for the go-ahead so I can get busy again. In the meantime, I am going to start working here on my blanket. Why not? I've started my edging here, as you could tell. And this is just the double-stranded mandala that I have here. And look how pretty that's turning out, right? This is going to be just a narrow border here with 2 rows of single crochets. If I go any wider than that, because this is thinner, it's going to get weird and floppy on the edge because the consistency is going to change, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to do 2 rows to clean it up and make it look pretty, because I really don't like an unfinished edge like this. So there's nothing wrong with it. I see it as being unfinished. It's warm. Guys, I got it done. I got it done. Look how pretty it turned out. This is a nice snuggle sized blanket. Let me go show you a close-up and I'll talk a little bit about the pattern. So this is the size of it on a queen size bed, just to give you some proportions here. The edging turned out really nice. What I really like about it too is that the way the colors were darker as I did the edging, so they really put a nice clean line around it here. And as I had mentioned, this is just 2 rows of double crochets. This is a really simple pattern. You can start with any number of odd stitches that you want. My first row was just my foundation chain, a single row of crochets, and then I came in with double crochets here. I didn't know how far my yarn was going to go, so I started doing double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So I did this double crochet, chain 1 for 5 rows, and then I went back to the double crochets here for 4 rows. So this is slightly larger, this is slightly smaller, and it ended up really creating, I think, a really nice size, and I'm really, really pleased with the way this turned out. So yeah, I am really, really happy with the way that this turned out. I didn't realize when I pulled it out yesterday to start working on it, to finish it, that I was literally only 1 day away from completing it. So, I mean, it's a really good day. I finished a project in less than 24 hours. Oh, good times. All right, this is the next project I'm working on right here. This had started out as a temperature blanket. I began this in January. I was really excited to get started on this. And I'm sad that I'm not finishing it because it was not my attention that was the problem. What the problem was the first month was very encouraging because the stitch was very easy and pretty to work with. And then the second month, it got really tight, and this was hard on my hands. And then I was running into the same thing on this month here. So, by month 3, I was frustrated because I can't continue to do those really tight stitches because that just hurts my hands too much. And I crochet for fun and relaxation, not for stress. So I had to abandon this project. But, it has turned out, it's a lovely size. This is 3 months large, right? And here we go. Let me turn around a bit. Ready? Okay, here's the deal. I'm trying to finish this WIP, but I need your help. This here has really pissed me off, and I need an answer because I don't know what to do with it. And let me show you why. This is a temperature blanket that I started for my birthday. We have 3 months here. Month 1, month 2, and month 3. Can you see what the problem is? I don't know if this is my fault, but mixing a tight single crochet in with these other looser stitches was just terrible. Look at how awful the stitch pattern looks. You have these nice, similarly sized stitch patterns here, and then you come into that single crochet and it just tightens it all up like a belt that's on the last notch, right? So yeah, we got hips and we got a waistline, and I wanted to fix this, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it now. This is where your suggestions come in handy for me. What would you do if this was your project? Do I try something freeform with it? I think it's way too big to do a shawl with it. Throw some ideas at me, please. I'm really open to it because I want to love this. You guys were so helpful when I asked for help in that shorts last week about what I should do with this. Quite a few comments was, you need to WIP it. And I realized as soon as I posted, I'm like, that's probably going to be the common answer, right? And fair enough, because it's like, with the errors that were appearing here, and they were my own fault. I should have used a larger needle on it. I shouldn't have been so hardcore. I didn't see it coming. That's why. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to lay out. So that's on me. And a couple of you guys really gave me a good chuckle, though, because you're like, well, it's got hips and a waist. Why don't you turn it into a dress? I thought about it for about 5 seconds and then laughed again. But I really want to give a shout out to, and I don't know if you subscribe to the channel or if you just happen to catch one of my shorts, but if you are Invisible Blue, I absolutely loved your comment. You put so much thought into it. And I just kind of want to read it off a little bit to you guys here. She said, if this is a project that means a lot to you and you really want that sense of satisfaction and pride when finished, sadly, I agree with all the other comments. Frogging it is it, my dear. You can learn so much more from redoing it, and I think that may be worth it. You have lovely color schemes, and you can look at what you've done thus far and decide which stitch and hook size you prefer and stick with that pattern and hook size through the whole blanket. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to recreate this just into another blanket. I don't know if it's going to be a square or a rectangle. That's to come. But it'll still be in, and as she said, many other very lovely things, But I think really that's the best thing for me to do it. I'm not going to unfrog it in the sense of balling it up. I am just going to take my end, and when I start crocheting, I'm just going to unwind it and crochet it into something new at the same time. So, and I just, and this is one of those curses. of that Simply Soft Caron is, right, it splits, and now I'm like stuck to it. So, I'm going to finish my video and then unstuck myself. Let me get rid of the fist. That's not a good ending. That's not very happy. That is annoying though, isn't it? Let me take those off. You guys, thank you again. I really do appreciate you that you guys that jumped forward for me and gave me some suggestions, because I was hitting a roadblock with it. But at least in this video, I completed one project and I came to a resolution on this, even though it's not completed yet. Thank you for taking a few minutes to sit with me, everyone. Have a good time. Have a good day. All of that fun stuff. Bye.